Hi everybody, I just wanted to showcase a finished saber for a client. This is my first one, so please bear with me. This saber is, it started out as a regular empty Mercury hilt kit that the customer opted for a leather wrap and some battle damaged weathering you can see on there. The customer has dubbed this saber Exegol's Wrath, I think, which I really like. It's a Sith take on a saber, on a Mercury saber, and I don't see that very often. Generally, the Mercuries are more light side sabers, and I'm kind of a closet Sith myself, so this was a fun one to work on. He did opt for it to be installed as well. It has a Profi 2.2 in there with a 28mm bass speaker, key power 18650, high drain battery, and a CC Sabers Pixel PCB in there. Let's see, let's fire it up. Let's have a look at it, and I'll take the sleeve off, the grip off, and we'll show you some stuff. As all my install sabers now come with Blue Force Company's Ignition sound font. Obviously, that was a kind of a given. Michael at Blue Force is excellent. Wanted that on all my sabers. And then he did a custom font for me. I commissioned him to do a custom Sith dark side font called Death and Darkness. And it's got some pretty interesting things in there as well. So let's hear what we've got going here.
Death and Darkness.
Got the screams going in there. In the clashes, you hear the screams of the victims that this saber is taking. So let's see what we've got going. I've got this set to a flame blade per the client request. It's got some nice blaster blocks. You can I don't know if you could hear that, but there were screams in that lockup. They're kind of ominous, dark side voices, like chants and things in the hum. So it's a really neat dark side font, something I definitely wanted to have for my dark side customers. Of course, this also includes Blue Force's Ignition, and this also does include battle mode, so you can swing on and twist off. So,
Ignition.
There's the Ignition font. Well, since this is a dark side saber, I chose red for the main blades. It's showing up a little yellow and orange in the saber, but you can actually see down here in the reflection that it's really more of a red. That's Ignition. The client also asked for several other fonts to be installed on there, which I purchased and installed on there for him.
Kylo Ren.
He wanted, this is K-Sith's Cross Guard. He asked for that to be on there. Standard Fireblade for the Kylo Ren font. It's got all of the Kylo Ren stuff. The windows here, as a lot of you know, really show a nice detail in these sabers. And especially when you have an animated blade, like a flame blade, really turns out nicely. Gives you a nice detail, accent underneath there. We also have dark saber blades.
The dark saber.
These are,
belongs to you.
I believe these are, this is Kyberphonics Dark, I believe. Please don't string me up if I get that wrong. I think that's what he requested. It has all 4 versions on here. It has both Mandalorian versions. It has actually it has 5. It has both Mandalorian versions, the Beskar and the regular. It also has the Maul version of the Darksaber, and it has Pre Vizsla's version of the Darksaber, and it has Sabine Wren's version of the Darksaber from Rebels. So this is the first one. We'll go and just kind of let you see. He requested a silver blade for this, which I gladly obliged with. Again, you have those nice details underneath that blade.
The dark saber.
There's the Beskar version.
I claim this sword.
Maul's version.
And my I am Pre Vizsla.
We are the Death Watch, descendants of the true warrior faith all Mandalorians once knew.
That is the Clone Wars version with Pre Vizsla. Same style of blade. It's a little brighter, or it's a little more animated. I chose a very slightly different blade for that one. Again, it's in the silver blade that he requested. There, of course, is the Sabine Wren version from Rebels. This is where Kanan is training her in the ways of the Darksaber.
Ignite the blade. Team C.
So then we get to the standard
Smooth,
fonts from
smooth.
Prophy.
Death and darkness.
We're back to Death and Darkness. So, this is a fully installed saber. Let me take this blade out, and then I will show you the insides just a little bit. Take the blade out. Got a blade plug right here. One of my blade plugs I'll stick in there so we can actually, if we need to turn it on, we can see what it has. So, the other screw here, this is an 832 screw on the side. I have put black screws in these for him since this is a dark side saber. We can see the reveal here. I think these turn into very attractive sabers, especially when you get to the customization level on them. These all have the removable 18650 high-drain batteries. They come with the installed sabers. This has a Prophy 2.2 in there. I got to color match to his red, his oxblood colored wrap. This was, of course, before the Prophys disappeared. I had purchased a decent lot of these for install, so I was able to match these. These sabers do come with chassis accent rods that you can, they come standard now with brass rods. I do have some of the copper and aluminum left. If you choose that, if you want to ask about it, but it's only while I have whatever I have left. I buy the brass in bulk now. I think the brass looks the best, especially when you do like a brass switch. Speaking of, this is the brass ignition dual tactile switch. This has been weathered. You can see some of the battle damage and weathering on the emitter. This is a really fun weathering process. I really like battle damage. It's also got some battle damage on the pommel over here, you can see. Turned out really nicely. Some weathering on the grip. Didn't go too crazy. It's going to get a little darker as you handle it, Jamie. The oils in your hands and things will darken it a little bit. But overall, there is your saber. Put that in there for you to see. Let's move that a little further. Very handsome saber. Jamie is an excellent customer. Jamie, I really appreciate you. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate you having confidence in me to allow me to do the weathering and to do the battle damage and the weathering on the wrap, things like that. Special shout out to my buddy Joss Rose for giving me some pointers on weathering that wrap. He is one of the undisputed masters of weathering in general, but leather especially. I am not claiming this is up to his level, but I'm working on it. Joss, thanks for all the help and being a friend for all this time. Jamie, thanks again for the purchase. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I can do anything you need to do. I can update your config and send you a copy of it, or however you need any changes made. Again, these are available on my website, www.ignitionsabers.com. It's a very simple website, so please don't judge me based on my lack of web ability. It was a quick site that I got up for May the 4th. So go check them out. All the options are up there. You can get etched, you can get weathered, you can get wrapped, you can get all kinds of things like that. So thanks so much for watching. I hope to make more of these videos in the future. And thank you again to Jamie for being so great. All right, everybody, take care, and may the force be with you all.
Pass on what you have learned.